Hello, my cosmic besties, welcome back to my channel. So, I just wanted to come on here and give you all a quick update on what's happening at the beginning of this week. So, on the 11th of April, we have our Sun in Aries making a conjunction with the planet Jupiter. So, what this means is that obviously, Sun is a planet of illumination, it illuminates whatever it touches, and Jupiter right now they are making a tight conjunction. They're on top of each other, so obviously Jupiter is not visible in the sky, but what it also means is that it is a cosmic reset for the planet Jupiter, and now we are moving into a new Jupiter cycle. What an energy. But what almost everyone seems to have forgotten at this point is the presence of Chiron in the sign of Aries as well. I mean, everyone is so focused on Jupiter and Sun making the conjunction. I feel like everyone's neglecting Chiron, but then Chiron, like, what Chiron is known for and what Chiron is expert at is just taking up those, and it is still bringing out those painful parts of ourselves, those parts which hurt, and the hurts which we are holding maybe deep down. And obviously, Sun and Chiron are still making quite close to each other, and so that is also bringing out all those feelings, all those things which were trapped underneath, all those emotions, those maybe unresolved issues. And at the same time, Venus is also in entering the sign of Gemini. So what it means, and I love this shift, I love this movement particularly because as soon as Venus enters Gemini, it's making a trine with Pluto in Aquarius. And I feel like this is such a breakthrough moment. It's such a ease. It brings that ease into all the things, all the transits which are happening, which we are experiencing right now, all the hardships, all the hidden traumas, all the past traumas which might be creeping up in people. And from what I've noticed in my circle, and honestly, to be honest, like all of my astrological observations and everything I share here is mostly based on my own personal life and how I experience those energies and what I feel about those energies and how I might be walking through those energies. And from what I'm seeing in my own social circle is that a lot of conversations, a lot of people are having these issues creep up in their relationships. They're having these conversations, feeling this need to have these conversations with their partners, which I feel is very fitting with Venus moving into the sign of Gemini and making that trine to Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. And obviously, as I said, like the Sun and Jupiter being together along with Chiron and the Sun of Aries. So all the hidden parts, all the painful parts maybe in relationships, the things which are not communicated between partners and the things which are just trapped underneath the surface, it's all coming out now. And Venus in Gemini gives it that break, gives this whole thing that break, that people can finally stop and have those conversations and look into those parts which might be hurting, because it's only through conversations and communications will we be able to resolve the issues, if any, in relationships, or even in our relationships with self, because that's also important. How are we related to ourselves? How do we communicate with ourselves? How do we prioritize our own needs and stuff, and how do we communicate our own needs? So this brings this opportunity of healing. This is the Sun in conjunction with Chiron bringing out all those hidden feelings and emotions which might be trapped underneath, and Sun in conjunction Jupiter bringing out all those painful parts which are there in Aries, in our own identity. And like why the relationships are so into focus, like if you have been feeling or finding that in your own social groups, that there's a lot of focus on relationships. And it's because from what I have observed in my own personal life is that whenever a particular sign is getting activated due to the presence of some planets or the presence of the Sun in that particular sign, it's also activating the polar opposite. It's like this Two of Pentacles, and what an appropriate time for this card to show up. It's like this Two of Pentacles, the two signs are connected. It's like the funnel. So when energy is flowing through this, if the energy is also flowing through this, it activates both the parts. So if all the energy is here, this part is feeling empty. So since everything, all the focus is on Aries at this particular moment, and we'll keep this card aside. And even the Hermit feels very much what I'm talking about here in this particular, or trying to express in this particular video, and trying to make my point, is that it's like whenever one part is getting more attention, the other part feels neglected, right? So with all the focus on self, on Aries, on our identity, on who we are, what we represent, what our egos tell, and everything which Aries represents, it represents the I, it represents the ego, and it represents the self. So that focus on self is bringing those questions about how we operate in relationships, and that's sort of what this Hermit here seems to be lighting up, those very issues in the relationships. Like, what are we neglecting? What are we highlighting? What are we bringing into focus in our own selves? And why is it making us feel a neglect on other parts? Or if we are feeling a neglect on ourselves, is it because we are giving too much to our relationships? And Venus moving into Gemini is just prompting those conversations. So I would definitely say use this energy, make full use of this energy, and have those conversations with your partners. Because if you have some issues, some unresolved issues which you would like to discuss with your partner, or just some things which you would like to communicate with understanding and with peace and with love, this seems like the perfect time, because the energies are very conducive to having those conversations now. And from what I've seen in my own social circle and in my own life, I had some conversations with my husband, and we have expressed a lot to each other this last 2 days. And as a result of that, I feel more seen, I feel more understood. So yeah, definitely go forward and utilize the energies which are coming your way at this particular time. Remember that if you're feeling a neglect in some part of your life, well, it is definitely this transit which is bringing those things into focus. But also, if some part is feeling neglected, it's because maybe you're overgiving somewhere else. If it is your relationship which is calling out for your attention, is calling for your attention, then it's a great time to have those conversations. So I definitely hope you find the resolutions and you're able to have those mature conversations, those peaceful conversations with your partner, and are able to transform the energy. And this seems so appropriate even with the Death card, because it is telling us to take out the things which are no longer working for us, take out what is no longer working in our lives, and let go of the energies of the things which are blocking us, which is stopping us from growing. And remember that it's always important to maintain that balance. That balance is very important. But also, whenever the conversations are prompted, it's really important to have those conversations. And right now is the perfect time to have those conversations. So yeah, that was a very short video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. If this resonated with you, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more short videos like this and more. Obviously, more will be coming up, and more videos will be coming up later this week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening in, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. And I wish you fruitful conversations and easy conversations and understanding and light and delight in conversations with your partner, or maybe for those of you who are single, even with yourselves. Bye.